feel like putting on no earrings today. I'm listening to my boys on the podcast. If y'all not listening to Righteous and Ratchet uh podcast, Kev on Stage, Tahir, Doughboy, and Tony Baker, y'all missing out. I'm telling you, because they are super funny. Like, they're heckin' funny. I need to do a podcast. We're talking about plants because it seems like if I talk about anything else, it gets demonetized. So we have to talk about plants. We're gonna talk about plants. I should talk about some of my gnomes too. You gotta keep it family friendly, or the advertisers are not messing with you, which really sucks. It's like YouTube is getting rid of freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech. Hi, Jen. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Tina Tina. Hey, Deborah. Lord. Tina Tina. So I wanted to show you guys how an easy way to save a plant that is dying. Now, this arrowhead plant, this little guy right here, was purchased at the grocery outlet. Now, when you purchase plants from places like the grocery outlet and um, other like grocery stores, be careful because these places really don't have, you know, people, it's not like a garden center. They just have plants. So you have to make sure that you are checking the plant before you purchase it for critters. Okay? This arrowhead plant had some type of critters. I don't know what it was. They were some little bitty things that I kept seeing moving, and I washed the whole entire plant. Like, I took the plant out of the soil that it was in because I thought that the soil could have been contaminated. So I took the plant out of the soil that it was in because the plant literally, the leaves were just turning yellow and just falling off. So I knew something was going on. So I took the plant out of the soil that it was in, washed the roots, washed the plant, and put it in some more soil. And I was still seeing them little critters moving around. I was like, oh my God. So some people were saying put some neem oil, spray the plant down with neem oil. I've never used neem oil on my plants or whatever. So I did put some of those mosquito bits onto the soil, and it kind of seemed like the plant had stopped dying, but at this point only had about maybe 3 or 4 leaves left. So the leaves were still doing that. They were still turning yellow and stuff. And I was like, Lord, I'm about to lose this plant. So I was in one of my plant groups and they said, you know what, just take the plant out of the soil and just put it in water and see if it'll grow. But if it don't, then you just lost the plant. The plant was only like what, $4 or whatever. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm losing my whole plant. So I took the plant out of the soil and put it in. This is a glass lemonade jar. I told y'all, well, bottle. I recycle my bottles for stuff just like this, and I put it in there, and it already had a good root system, and it just started thriving. It just started popping out leaves, and so I have just left it in here. Um, every now and then, I will dump the water out and add fresh water, but that's all I do. So this baby is sitting there with the rest of my plants, and it is thriving. And I have actually added a little friend in there. This is the satin pothos that I put in there with him, and a piece of a philodendron, and they are all growing in here together because of the piece of my philodendron broke off when I was moving it, and I didn't want to try to squeeze it back in the pot. You could, I could have just put it back in the pot, but I'm like, I'm gonna just put it in the water with the other plant and see if it will grow in there. Most plants will thrive really good in a water propagation. Now, if I get sick of this being in this water, I can put it back in soil. But I doubt if I will do that because it is growing so well in just this water situation that I doubt very seriously if I will take it out and add it to a pot. That is a very easy way to start pothos. Almost any type of plant, you can, break it off at the node as long as you have a node because that's where the roots will grow out of. You don't just break off one leaf. Like you wouldn't just break off a leaf and think you're going to grow a plant from just that because it's not going to happen that way. You have to have a node. So you would have to cut it here. And so the roots would grow out of that area there, or you can just take this whole, I can't get it out because the roots are so long. Take that whole situation and just put it in water and it will start to grow. So I have that one in water and I have a few pothos in water also, but I think they're upstairs and I don't want to go get them. So I probably will show you guys those maybe in another video. But that is a easy way to um, start plants. And this is a starter also. Ooh, you having some problems right here, child. What is going on? You did. Let me take you out. Oh, maybe not. Let me leave you alone. This is a little nursery pot. It was a very small plant in here that has been repotted in something else. So I took a cutting off of my Wandering Jew, and I took a cutting off of my Philodendron Brazil, a small cutting, and I put them in this nursery pot. And once they get a little bit bigger, I will take them out and put them in a regular pot, and I will have a full plant. Because the Wandering Jew is doing good. I mean, but this sucker is it's a vining plant, and it will just take off anyway. I don't have to worry about that. Now this philodendron, it seems like the new leaves is getting new leaves, but it seems like they're all kind of small, and it's getting a lot of sun, but the leaves are just not as big as I really want them to be. I like the real the mother plant has some really big leaves, and I like the bigger leaves better because I like to be able to see the green, the dark green with the little lime green stripe. I mean, the philodendron Brazil is a beautiful plant, but for whatever reason, it's kind of finicky with me. And some people say that they do require a lot of sun. And I have it close to the window, but for whatever reason, I guess that's just not enough. Hey, Moth Mama. Oh, well, Peace Lily, if you give it too much water, the leaves will turn yellow and they will fall off. You have to be really careful with peace lilies. They're extremely temperamental and they don't want too much water. So you have to make sure that it's in a well draining pot, like your pot has holes in the bottom and the water is draining out. It don't want to sit in excess water. Like if you have a water tray at the bottom and you're watering, you can't let it sit in that water. You have to make sure you pour that off. Like if when I water my plants like that, I just sit them in the sink and water them and let all that water run through, because a peace lily will turn yellow and the leaves will fall off if she getting too much water. I do now. That's one plant that I will not be repurchasing because this peace lily has drove me crazy, and I don't even really like the plant, to be honest. I mean, it's really not one of my favorites. It's mine is doing. She doing pretty good. She's not blooming or anything right now, but I mean, she's alive. But she ain't really pretty if she don't have no flowers on her. She just an old green plant with no flowers. It's, her leaves are not variegated or anything. Like I like I guess I really do like variegated leaves. I like leaves with dimension. Like this arrowhead plant, the leaves have color and at least they're nice to look at. They're pretty. It's different colors. Like they turn different colors. The leaves have like a little darker hue, and then when they get a little bit older, the peace lily, she not even interested if she ain't blooming. She ain't doing nothing. Oh yeah, that is one moody plant. Well, when she drooping, she thirsty. That's when you know for sure she thirsty. If she drooping, give her some water. And if her leaves are turning yellow, you giving her too much water. So I'm good. Yeah, but you just have to be careful with the pots because sometimes these stores will sell you these, nursery pots, which are just little cheap plastic pots, because they thinking once you buy the plant, you gonna buy another pot to put it in. So you have to make sure when you get your plant home that your nursery pot is well draining, and you pour out all that extra water that is sitting at the bottom of the plant because they don't like that. Oh, okay, Moth Mama. We sure will. Yeah, do that bay leaf spell and tell your ancestors you're looking for a job. Tell them to help you out. Tell them to help you out. It's in a 5 gallon pot. What is? Does it have holes at the bottom? As long as it has holes at the bottom, you okay. You are. See, your plant it should be like this at the bottom, something like this. So when you water it, the water drains out. And this is just a plain plastic nursery pot that I haven't repotted this plant since I purchased it. This is the pot that it came in, and I haven't changed it. Because I'm not one of those people that, all my pots got to match. My pots got to be looking a certain way. I got to have all decorative pots. I'm not like that. I'm more into keeping my plants alive. Okay? All my pots don't have to match. I don't care nothing about plastic pots. I had said that I was going to change some of my plants into terracotta pots. Some of them, because they say that terracotta pots are better for the plants, because when they're in terracotta pots, that terracotta draws the moisture from the plant, so you don't have to worry about your plants getting too much water, because that clay will pull some of that moisture off the plants, so you don't have to worry about them sitting in water as you do in these plastic pots. The plastic pots hold on to water. That's why when you go to the nurseries and stuff, they have all of the plants in these plastic pots, because they don't have to water them as often, because that plastic holds on to the moisture. So when you come home, you have to treat that plant the same way that they were treating it in the nursery, or you will start to overwater the plant and kill it, unless you bring it home and put it into a clay pot, change your pots or whatever. But when you buy plants, you have to understand the watering of the plant, how much water the plant needs, not how much water you want to give it, but how much water that plant needs, how much sun it needs, where it needs to sit, what type of windows do you have? Do the windows face the rising of the sun or the setting of the sun? You got to take all that into consideration when you want to have plants, because they not just gonna thrive in a dark environment. Some will. There are some low light plants, because I went to Kaiser, which is my doctor's office, and a lot of the waiting rooms at Kaiser don't have windows. So the plants are thriving from the fluorescent lighting. And they are living, you know what I mean? But they're living off of that artificial light. So if you have bad lighting, like your house doesn't get a lot of sun, then you should invest in like a grow light or something to give them more light. That's like humans. We don't want to be sitting in no dungeon all day not getting no sun and stuff. We need sun to survive too. And so do our plants. What what is highlight? High You mean what is a highlight plant? What is a plant that needs highlight? Succulents need highlight. Like they don't A lot of people want to bring succulents into the house. Succulents and cactus, you want to have them in your house because they're pretty. They are cute. They're cute little plants, but they need a lot of sun. That is an extremely highlight plant. It needs sun. Plants that have variegation in the leaves, like this one that has these spots, need sun to produce this yellow. Now, if I take her away from the window, she will start to make leaves that are more green, like these. This is when she was farther away from the window. You see how she doesn't have, it's not, the yellow is not as bright? Look at that. You can tell the difference. She likes a lot of light. And if she gets light, she will produce more yellow. Highlight plants, in order for them to produce the variegation, They need that sunlight. If they don't, their leaves will just stay green. They'll have leaves, but they won't produce that pretty color that you want them to have. Like I have a Hoya, I think it's called a Carnosa Princess. Now, this Hoya is supposed to produce a pink leaf. It is green, yellow, and a light pink. My Hoya obviously is not getting enough sun because I can't get it to produce no pink leaves. It is green and yellow. The yellow is really nice. It is still variegated. It hasn't reverted back to just green leaves, and I put her outside for a while, but she didn't want to be out there because I burnt one of the leaves. But it was really hot. And so the temperature has cooled down now. We're like in the 60s. So I might put her back outside today. I put her outside on one of the days when it was like in the 80s. And I guess she was like, really? You gonna sit me out here and now I'm gonna get a sunburn and stuff? But I'm gonna put her back outside today because it's like in the 60s or high 70s. I mean, low 70s today. So I'm gonna put her back outside today and see how she does. But any plant that is green and yellow, spots, stripes, anything like that produces color on the leaves is going to be a high light plant. They gonna want some light. And if they tell you that they want, if it says highlight on the tag of the plant, they mean that. The plant needs that to grow. If it don't have that light, it ain't gonna it ain't gonna work. Let me show y'all this plant. And this, trust me, y'all, this has all for me been trial and error. I just started growing plants last year. Okay? And last year it was really just let me get this plant and see if I can keep it alive. You know what I mean? I didn't even know anything about highlight, low light, the rising and the setting of the sun. I didn't know which direction the windows was facing. I didn't know none of that until I, really got into it. Now, I purchased this plant, and I think it's called a Moses in the basket. Beautiful plant. And I did not put her close enough to the window, and she started to die. She started to die. And she reverted back to green. All of her purple leaves had just about left. And so I was looking it up. I was like, what am I doing wrong? You ain't giving her enough light. And as soon as I put her closer to the window, she started to thrive. She's just growing back. But look at that purple. Can y'all see that? She is beautiful. But she will not do this unless she is right next to the window. Because I had put her on the shelf. I was like, oh, girl, I'm going to put you on the shelf. I'm going to showcase you. She was like, all right, then. She was dropping leaves. The leaves was turning green. And she's not supposed to be all green. She's supposed to be green and purple. But she won't get no purple if she don't get no sun. So if it says highlight, they mean that. They put those little tags in the plants for a reason. And if it say highlight, give it some light. Because if you don't, you're not going to continue to have what you purchased. If you purchased a plant because it's beautiful and green and yellow and got spots and purple and all of this kind of stuff, and you want it to stay like that, then you have to do what the directions say, or you just gonna have you a plain plant. And I don't like that. Like if my plant is supposed to have spots, I want it to have spots. I bought it because it had spots. And I want you to keep them spots. So you gotta give it you have to give it what it says. But I stuck to what I felt comfortable with, like pothos and spider plants. That used to really be all I had. I had pothos and spider plants, and that was basically it. But this is my first year of branching out into tropical, more tropical plants, more vining type plants, and more snake plants, I think, this year. Last year I purchased them, so I've had them for like a whole year. And my ZZ plant. So, yeah, I've had a good year of raising plants outside of my comfort zone. Just trial and error plants. And I said, when I purchased these plants, I said, this is going to be a learning experience for me. If a plant dies, it does not mean I failed because I have had, plants to die, ferns, polka dot plants. I've had like 3 ferns to die. I lost 3 ferns, a prayer plant, polka dot plant. And I just looked at it as a learning experience. You know, what did I do wrong? Will I try this plant again? Prayer plants, I will not, because I've lost about 3 of them. And most people are saying it's probably the water here in California is too hard. You really should, use filtered water or whatever. And I'm not about that life. I'm not going to be going to get filtered water just to water some finicky plant. I'm not going to do that. So, um, prayer plants right now are not on my radar. I have a few plants that are on my list. Like I have a list of plants that I want. My husband already told me that this weekend he's going to take me to this nursery in Berkeley, and I want to see if they have some more Hoyas. So I have decided to kind of like stay in the Hoya family, stay in the philodendron family, stay in the pothos family because I know that those plants grow really well. They don't require a whole lot of attention. Like they don't require a whole lot of water. They do require you know, light. And I do have nice windows. So I'm not really worried about the whole light aspect. Find plants that you like. You know what I mean? Find plants that you think are beautiful, that you like, you want to grow. People say, oh, well, she got a green thumb. No, I don't have a green thumb. I found something that I like, and I'm good at that. You know what I mean? Like, pothos like my house, even in the wintertime. I never lost a pothos during the winter or a spider plant or anything. Even when it starts to get cold, your plants slow down when it's not as much sun. Like they do the majority of their growing during the summer. And then in the winter months, they kind of slow down a little bit because they are kind of going through a shock too because they're not getting as much sun as they normally do unless you get a grow light or whatever. And I might invest in a grow light just to see like what the difference is in the wintertime. I don't know, I might. But find plants that you like. Start out with something cheap. Go to Walmart and get you a couple of little $3 plants. And if they die, it's only $3. Move on to something else. Your big plants are dying. Have you checked it for bugs? That's the major killer of plants is bugs. some kind of little critters because they eat the roots and stuff. They be down there munching on the roots. So you gotta turn the leaves over and you gotta be looking like you really gotta be looking. Look for spider webs because spider mites is a notorious killer of plants. You look for little webs, you look on the stems because them little critters be hiding. I be looking. Bugs will tear your plants up and kill them. It don't matter how big the plant is. I love vine plants. I love them. Now, see, me and gardenias don't get along. I don't know if it's the weather, but I only tried once. It just didn't do well with me. That's like a died. I put it outside. That's what I do. Like when a plant be on her deathbed, I just throw her outside with the cactuses and such. Cause I don't want you dying in the house in front of all my other plants. No, you go outside and do all that. Die with the succulents and cactus. You can't die in here. I know that may sound crazy, but you're not about to die in the house in front of everybody else. Y'all see that gnat? He's flying around. You better not get on my plant. You know what? I'm gonna try to fern again. I am. Because what was it? The last one I had was a kangaroo fern. And I really liked that fern. And I think I messed up with that one. The next time I get a fern, I'm going to start watering it from the bottom. I'm gonna put it on a pebble tray and water from the bottom. They say sometimes they do better when you water them from the bottom instead of watering them from the top. I don't think I gave that fern enough water. So that may have been my fault. I'm gonna try it one more time. The kangaroo fern, I really, really like that fern. Now the regular fern that everybody be having, I ain't doing that no more because I didn't already did that like 3 times and it died every time. So I'm not doing that again. Ivy, I'm never doing ivy again. Ivy is notorious for spider mites. Every ivy I have had has had spider mites and died. And I think it was from the stores that I was purchasing them from. If I get another ivy, it will have to be from a garden, a nursery, because I think they take better care of their plants and check stuff like that because a nursery don't want you to come to their facility and get a plant and it's full of spider mites or something because they know you're going to bring that back and give them a bad Yelp review. Places like Walmart and these big box stores, they don't care. Home Depot, they could care less. They don't care if you complain about their plants. I didn't complain to Home Depot and everything, and Home Depot won't even acknowledge the fact that I complained. So I'm like, you know what? Forget y'all. But Ivy, I'm good. Yeah, mine wasn't shedding. Mine wasn't shedding. The brown leaves would just stay there. I don't know. I don't know what I was. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try the kangaroo fern, but the regular fern, I'm not doing that one no more. I've had enough. I like dracaenas. I like dracaenas. I want to get another ponytail palm. I really do want a ponytail palm in the house. But I like those little I think they're called dracaenas. Hold on, y'all. Don't look at my butt, okay? At least I got on pants today because it's cold today, so I had to put on some pants. These. I love these. I have like three. Three of these. I got one that's like a little miniature. It's tiny. And this one took a tumble. Um, I need to add a little bit more soil, or actually put her in a bigger pot. She took a tumble, child. I mean, and it was my fault because I was doing something and one of her leaves got stuck on my arm. And I literally pulled this plant off of the table. So now her roots is coming up out of the pot. And I really don't want to like mess with her again, but I think I'm gonna have to because the her whole like root part of her root system is exposed. So I might put her in another pot. And I think you can cut these and like put this part in the dirt and then another one will sprout up from that. Anybody know that? I think that's what I heard, honey. And she is just a growing. I love these. These are so cute to me. But I like Dracaenas. I mean, they don't do nothing but this. That's all they do. And every now and then, these down here will turn brown, and I just pluck them off. I like to have a variety of plants. I do have some duplicates, and then some plants that are in the same family, but it's not exactly the same plant. So I like to do that also. Yeah, the tips of mine be turning brown too. Yes, ferns do need. That is one thing. They do need a lot of water. They need a lot of attention. They crave moisture. But I am gonna try this again with the pebble method, where you sit the pot on top of some rocks and you water from the bottom. So I'm gonna try that. Now, if that don't work, then that's it for me and ferns. Be careful with the cat chewing on um, your plants, though, because some of these plants are toxic to pets. So you should do a research because even though it may not, some of them will kill the pet, but some of them will irritate their throat. So just be careful with them chewing. And I know that's cats love to mess with. Oh my God. I used to have a dumb cane, the big dumb cane, and it was in a big pot. And my crazy, this was when I was in my 20s, my crazy cat would get in that pot and shit, SHIT, in my plant. I had to end up putting plastic forks and plastic forks and a mirror in there. And that spooked her. Like she didn't want to, deal with those plastic forks. And that mirror would always spook her because she did not. If she would see herself in the mirror, she would jump. That made her stay away from that plant. Gizmo, when I put him in the mirror, no nothing. And he's looking right at himself and he's just like, yeah. I'm like, that's you, poo poo. He's like, all right then. I'm funny looking. And he just gone on about his business. But my cat would be spooked. So yeah, I stuck a hand mirror down in there. So when she came up on that plant, she would see herself, and she stopped doing that. I'll come home from work and that cat be done pooped in my plant. Oh my God, that would make me mad. So I put these plastic forks in that mirror in there, and she left that plant alone. But just be careful with certain plants around your pets, because plants and pets are a no no. They don't get along. Thank God Gizmo don't mess with none of my plants. He don't even look at them, because that was the only reason why I brought one of my cactuses in the house, because it was having a problem. And now it looks like one of my other ones out on my porch is having a problem. But it looked like that snail has come back and is eating the cactus, or either the cactus didn't caught some kind of, I don't know. It just looks weird. And I'm not about to bring that. I'm not about to bring another cactus in the house. So that's that. And right now, I'm not really going as hard for my outside plants, because, we're trying to find a place to move, and I don't really kind of care if they kind of naturally scale themselves back. Like, I'm not out there, riding hard for them. If I see one of them that's looking a little shady or whatever, I'm not really tripping, because that'll be one less plant that I have to pack up. I mean, I do have some that I will literally kill for, like the one that my son bought me for Mother's Day a couple of years ago. It is so beautiful that, yeah, that one is definitely going to the new house. And I have some succulents that is, oh, so beautiful, some type of rosette. I don't know what the me and succulents, like, I don't know what the name of them are. They're just, except for like the jelly bean plant, like some of them I do know, but some of them I have no idea what the names of those are. I'm not really as into them as I am my houseplants. Because the majority of my houseplants, I pretty much know, either the name or what family they're in, or whatever. But I may not know like the Latin name. Like a lot of people that get on YouTube, this is the Scandophius erectus. And it is, no, I don't know all that. I don't know that. This a arrow plant. Arrow. This a arrow plant. And this is a satin pothos. And this is a philodendron. That's far as we gonna get. I don't know the Latin names, and I'm not trying to. I'm not coming on here trying to be the professor and all that kind of stuff. You're not gonna get that from me. If that's what you're looking for, you need to go to some of them other channels, because you ain't gonna get it here. You gonna get the country terms. You gonna get this plant in this old lemonade glass container that that I done repurposed. That's what you gonna get here. If you're looking for all of that fancy stuff, that ain't me. I'm just a city country girl, a city girl with country roots that love plants. Okay? Shout out to my mama, Lucille. Okay? Shout out to Lucille, who was out here planting collard greens and strawberries and string beans and all of that kind of stuff when I was a little kid, and me watching her do that. She couldn't keep a house plant to save her life, but she was out there gardening. That's where I get it from. That's where I get my love of growing things. So shout out to Lucille, okay? Big ups to her for imparting the love of growing things to her daughter. And she was gonna kill every house plant you gave her, but she could grow some collard greens and some sunflower plants. Yeah, just say I watched this guy. I watched this guy on YouTube, right? Great. He's got a million houseplants. And I think he works at a nursery, but he's so articulate. You know, he has to give you the Latin name and where it's derived from, the Scantophius, Scantophilis, and just tell me what the regular name is, so I can go to the store and ask them, do you have the philodendron? I don't want to go in the store and ask them, do you have the Scandiphus terfophilus in neutral green? No. Just tell me what the name of the plant is. And I hate to watch those type of videos because those people only give you the scientific name and don't want to just call the plant by what it is. And if it's a plant that I want, then I gotta go try to find the regular name. So when I go to the nursery, I can say, hey, do you have a philodendron Brazil? Oh yeah, we have that. Because I'm not about to walk in no store and be like, do you have the Scandiferous philosophical circumference of the. Oh, Lord. Phyllis Light? What Phyllis at? Where Phyllis at? Oh, Lord. Here go Phyllis. Late as ever. Hey, girl. Y'all know Phyllis gonna be late. Oh, honey, Miss Lucille could grow her some collard greens, okay? And I do. When we move, I'm really hoping that at least we have a backyard, you know, big enough for me to grow some collard greens. Because I do. I want to grow some collard greens or some kale and some strawberries and some tomatoes. I have grown strawberries and tomatoes since I've been at this place, but you know, I had to grow them in containers. And I got a couple. I got a few strawberries and a few tomatoes. I was happy. I think I've had strawberries, tomatoes, green onions. I had some peppers. I did peppers. So I've grown a few things here. But I think I only did it like maybe once or twice since I've been here. And then I went from that to pothos and spider plants. And now I just have too many plants to even name them all. Let me see. How many plants do I have down here? One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 just downstairs. And I'm pretty sure it's another, no, 40. I think I skipped a spider plant. I'm pretty sure there's another at least 30 upstairs. That's what we got. So I got a good 60 or 70 plants. It's not bad. Yeah, I think my strawberries, I think it just got too hot on my patio where I was growing them at. They didn't really do well. But this is a progression. You know what I mean? This 70 or however many plants I have this. This was over a period of 2 years, a progression. I went a little crazy last year and just kind of like bought a lot of plants at one time, and I kind of slowed down this year. I think this year I only bought a few. I bought a couple, and that was about it. Because now I'm just really at a point that I'm buying plants that I really want. Like, I'm not just buying random plants just to see if I can do it like I was doing last year. This year, I'm more or less, I have a list and I'm buying plants that I really want because I'm kind of running out of space. So I'm buying plants that I really want. Plus, my husband said when we find our house and stuff, he is going to, put me some hooks up so I can hang some of them, and that will take off some of the space from my shelf that I have some of them on. So, I mean, make a list of plants that you want to try out and try them out. Cause I have a family, a group of plants that I want. Like, I want all of the pothoses. I want all of the philodendrons. I want all of the Hoyas, and I want vining plants, and that's about it. I love plants that vine and grow and change colors and have a lot of color and all of that kind of stuff. That's my thing. So find out what your niche is and go with it. She said it really deformed cucumbers. How were they deformed? Were they like round instead of long? Were they shaped like hearts? Or what was going on with the cucumbers? Very good oxygen flow to the house. And, I told my husband, that was like the selling point. I was like, I got asthma and I need anything that's going to filter the, oxygen and provide more oxygen because I ain't breathing in enough oxygen and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, one was curved. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not supposed to look like gourds. Try it out. Do it and see what happens. You know what I mean? You ain't really losing nothing but water. Time. I don't care. If I've just that's one good lesson that I learned because at first I was freaking out. If I lost a plant, I felt like I had failed, but it's not. You learn a lesson from every plant that don't make it. You know what I mean? You think, okay, what did I do? What can I do better next time? Or maybe that just wasn't the plant for me. Maybe that wasn't my plant. Maybe I need to try something else. That's how I look at it. That's how I'm gonna look at ferns and ivy. Cause at this point, I don't trust ivy because everyone that I have had spider mites. Everyone, like God dog, every ivy I purchased had spider mites. So I ain't buying no ivy no more. I ain't doing it. She ain't gonna be getting my money. She already got enough money from me. You didn't know. I did it like 3 times. And they all had spider mites. So I'm not messing with her. So I'm finna go, y'all. I'm I got up early this morning to fix me some breakfast. And I'm not really a breakfast person every morning, but I gotta eat so I can take these antibiotics. because the doctor was like, "Oh, this will mess up your stomach, so you gotta eat." So I got up early and I fixed some oatmeal and I took that. I hate taking antibiotics. I really do. Because the only thing that I'm thinking about, like, taking antibiotics stress me out. Because the only thing I'm thinking about is how this drug is killing everything in my gut. Like, everything in all of your good bacteria is being killed, is just dying. Because the antibiotics is just going to go in there and destroy everything. And then after you take it, then you got to go and get a probiotic or something to put all of that stuff back into your gut. So it's only 5 days. That's the good part. But still, 5 days is enough to do some major damage to your stomach, which sucks. But after the 5 days, I'm gonna go and get a really good probiotic and just eat as many green vegetables and get as many nutrients as I can back into my system. It does. It does. It does a number on your body. I mean, antibiotics do a number on your body, on your skin, everything. It just kind of it may go in and attack the infection. Of course it's going to do that, but it's attacking other stuff too. And with me already having an autoimmune disease, that's going to trigger my autoimmune to be like, "Oh, something going on. Let me go over there too." No, I need you to stand down. Let the antibiotics do it. "Oh no, we gonna go over there and help the antibiotics." "Oh, don't you need our help?" No, they don't need your help. Stand down. Stand down, white blood cells. Let the antibiotic do it. "No, we gonna go over there and help." And then it's just gonna be a big old commotion inside my body, which is so unnecessary. Like, why do I have to have the type of immune system that just be like, "Oh, let me go over there and get in on this"? Go sit down. Did nobody call you? So it's just about to be a mess for 5 days. Okay? I'm probably going to be all over the place because my body is rebelling. My body probably in there now fighting the antibiotics and everything. Right, like, let's go jack them. What they doing here? We got this. No, you don't. Because if you did, I wouldn't have had to sit in the emergency room for 2 hours yesterday. Now, if you don't stand down, oh girl, no, I can't eat no sauerkraut, kimchi. Yeah, I can probably do I can do yogurt, but I ain't had no. I have not had pickles in a while. Phyllis said I had to go check my mail. What you waiting on, Phyllis? Huh? Jody sending you a letter? You get something from Jody? We all want to know. Did Jody send you a letter, girl? Tell me about it. Phyllis got a boyfriend, y'all. Phyllis out here getting letters from Jody and she won't tell us. All right then. Really? Naya said ivy plants are the only plants are still standing. And my girl, my ivy's been dead. Ivy died last year, child. She died sometime last year. And I will not be replacing her. What is going on right there? What is that? Why is that sticking out like that? Oh, that's my fake. That's my fake hair. I was like, why is it doing that? Blend. blend in. I put some purple in there. Y'all know that we on the countdown. We about to get rid of this hair. Y'all know that, right? So y'all better love on it while you can, cause it ain't gonna be here long. We on the countdown. We's about to start cutting. We are gonna get rid of this hair because I have had enough, and we on the countdown. So I'm just doing anything now. Also, that purple is kind of cute, huh? I added some purple. So I'm just going to be doing some little random stuff until I just cut it off. I think I'm going to just start like trimming. I might do one braid, like just take one section and braid it and cut it because I want it to be, when I look at it, I want it to be long. To remember like how long it really was, and then just start trimming. I'm gonna just keep trimming until it ain't nothing left to trim. Then by then it'll be where I want it to be, all gone. Cause this stuff is heavy. It's heavy. It's hot. It's hard to manage, and it's soon gonna be gone. So y'all better enjoy it while it's here, cause it's about to be gone. Y'all gonna y'all gonna see bald Omo Ocean soon. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God, she cut all her hair off. Yes, I did. Yes, come through, Baldy. Come through. And I think I have a really big head. I got a big head. I got one of them like, um, I got one of them meaty heads, little fat head in the back. I got that little meat part in the back. I had a big head, for real, for real. But you know what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's been 14 years. 14 years. It's time to do something different. Yeah, I do want to. I just want. It's time to do something different. Something different. Hey, KK, we about to go, girl. I'm about to go lay my butt down. I'm tired, and the doctor told me that I need to rest for a couple of days until I slept so good last night though. I didn't cough. I didn't do anything. So that first dose of the antibiotic really made me feel better. There was no coughing or anything, which was great. That was the first night that I did not wake up just like coughing really bad. And it's a dry, it's not a mucousy cough. It's just a dry. It was a dry, non-productive cough. So I didn't cough at all um, last night, which was so great, so great. No. If I cut them off, I want them to grow back different. I'm tired of, like now I understand when people say, when they cut their locks off and be like, no, I don't want to add these back. If I get locks again, I want them to just grow back and just be different. I don't know. I don't want these. These, they old. I want to do something new. So, but I do want to keep them though, so I can look back and be like, Man, I had all kind of colors and trinkets and beads and ribbons and baubles and all kind of stuff. So I just been adding new stuff to them. So when I cut them, they'll be super colorful. Oh, you had to go get your uterus checked? Yeah, girl, I have been there. I know how that is. Yeah. I went through. 'Cause when they when they removed my uterus, and they said, yeah, we send it off to the lab to make sure it's no cancer or whatever. And like the doctor had really scared me because he was like, your uterus had so many tumors in it, and some of the tumors were so large. He was like, we sent it to the lab, and now we have to wait for the pathology to come back. And I think it took like 3 or 4 days or whatever to come back. And that seemed like the longest 3 days of my life. Thinking, oh my God, what if it's cancer? Or if it's cancer, what are they going to have to do? Did they get the whole, did they get it all? Or what if they operated on me and it spread, or, whatever? But then it came back and there were no cancerous cells in there. It was just regular fibroid tumors. So my uterus is gone. It's been gone too. I think I had my uterus removed in 2009, I think. Girl, mine was too. I was tore up for a minute waiting on that. I mean, you be tore up waiting on the surgery, and then the surgery come. That day I was super nervous, and then I didn't even know that they was gonna have to send it off to the lab and all of that kind of stuff. I didn't even know all of that stuff was involved. And then you have to wait, and so yeah, I was tore up for a minute. And then the healing process, like, oh my God. The worst thing in the world was coming home from surgery, and my bedroom is upstairs. Everybody was saying, just lay down on the couch. No, I want to get in my bed. No, I'm going upstairs. I don't care if I have to scooch up there. I want to get in my bed. I want to go upstairs. And I made it up there. And once I was up there, I just stayed my butt up there. When I needed something, I just told my kids to bring it to me. Thank God my kids was here. Bring me some this, bring me some that. And I'm just glad that they were, decent kids. Yeah, just that waiting and wondering what's going on. It's hard. That is difficult. Men don't appreciate all the stuff that women go through. They don't care. Huh. They don't. Gizmo, stop all that scratching. Come here. Come here, Gizmo. Come here. Gizmo, come here. Come here. Maybe he don't like my glasses. Come here. He went upstairs. Anybody want a dog? Oh, you found the video? Oh, okay, good. Good. Because I wasn't going to do it, huh? I just haven't really been in the mood to talk about the Orishas. I really haven't. Yeah. I know it don't, Phyllis. Having anxiety is horrible, especially when it comes to anything dealing with medical conditions. Having anxiety is the worst because your anxiety always kick in when it comes to anything medical. It's gonna kick in always. I'm waiting for my big head husband to leave so I can go take me a nap. I'm waiting for my big head husband to leave so I can go take me a nap. My big head husband! Oh, now he ignoring me. That's good. After I kept him company all morning, now he want to ignore me. It's good though. Ta-da! That's my magic trick. Did that not fly in my coffee? I hope not. Okay, y'all, I ain't got nothing else to talk about. Okay? That's it. That's it. Girl, my big head husband, he ignoring me. But it's good. It's good. Him and Gizmo. Gizmo, come here. Come say hi. Come here, Gizmo. Come on. Oh, good baby. Come on. Come say. Babe, don't. You better not. Gizmo. Don't do it, Gizmo. No. Come on, no. No.
Come on, buddy.
No.
Hey, buddy.
Don't. Gizmo. Babe, stop. I'm not going to let him come.
Come on, buddy.
No, Gizmo.
Come on, buddy.
Gizmo.
Come on, buddy. Come here, dude. No. Come here. Tell her let go.
Babe, you're going to make him fall.
Come here, dude. Hey, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I'm going to get you some bacon for that one. It's my boy. This is my boy.
That's why you got a dot on your shirt. Right. And I hope everybody see it and be like, there go Dot shirt boy. Look at him with that dot on his shirt. I hope everybody see it and talk about you, Dot shirt boy. Make me sick.
That's quite all right.
Thank you, Naya. I hope you come back. Oh, Phyllis, ain't nobody gonna get mad at you, child. Everybody know you slow and late. Ain't nobody gonna get mad at you, sweetheart. We know that you're gonna be late. You're gonna be slow to you gonna block people by accident. You gonna go back and get them. Ain't nobody worried about that, girl. Yeah, see? We all love you. We all love you, girl. We all got our quirks and we all get along and we love all our quirks. We even like Dot Shirt Boy. Gizmo, you know what's going to happen to you, right? When Daddy leave, I'm going to lock you out the bedroom. That's what I'm going to do to you. As a matter of fact, Gizmo, when Daddy leave, I'm going to put you in your crate. You almost threw it in this water. I'm gonna put you in your crate, Gizmo. I'm gonna do you super dirty. Gizmo like, no, you ain't. He know I wouldn't do him like that. I got to really be not feeling good to put Gizmo in his crate when I'm at home. I always just let him follow me around the house because he dogs me when Babe is at home. But when as soon as Babe leave, he gonna be coming over here to me, and I'm gonna go lay down because I'm tired. I was just about to say I don't have nothing to eat. I forgot I got a sandwich. So yeah, I can lay down and relax. Probably gonna watch Hard Knocks again because I think it's probably come back on again today. I'm gonna watch it again.
Knock on wood if you're with that.
Knock on wood if you got a spot on your shirt. This little sucker ain't doing too good, I don't think. It's like 3 or 4 plants in here. It's a piece of the Wandering Jew. It's a piece of lipstick plant. It's a piece of Hoya, and it's a piece of Philodendron Brazil. Now I kind of did this as an experiment to see if they would all be able to coexist in the same pot. Like you may not want to try this at home, but I did it, and yeah, don't look like it's really doing that well. The Philodendron Brazil is the problem. The Hoya is doing good, but it's the Brazil. And as a matter of fact, the Hoya looks like the some of the new leaves that are coming in have a little pink on it. Because I forgot what Hoya this is. It's the I think it's the Carnosa Princess or something. And this one does have a little the leaves that are coming in are kind of a pinkish tone, and that's what you want it to have. So I don't know. The Hoya is doing good, but some of the other ones are not. But hey, trial and error. You making a cake? You want to make a pound cake? I can't remember the last time I made a cake. Babe, that's what we should do this weekend. Babe, we should make a cake. Me and you have never made a cake.
She has a
Stop.
mustache.
Go away. You're so childish.
Where's my? Oh, I got.
I'm talking
Zingers
about
there?
making. Don't touch my zingers.
Zingers?
I'm talking about making a cake and you trying to make a must. That was my oatmeal. I had to take it out the microwave
You're my rock star.
because I wanted to heat up my coffee.
My rock star.
You think I'm gonna eat that oatmeal?
Hell no. You should have just threw that away.
I didn't want to throw it away because it has strawberries in it.
You should have just don't throw that away.
Leave me alone, Jesus. I'm gonna go, y'all, because this man about to make me mad. What is in here? Oh, I can't wait until Maleficent come out so I can wear my I might probably go to Hot Topics and probably buy me a better one than this because this is a little dollar store version. But I'm gonna be at the Maleficent movie doing big things. Ooh, come through, witch girl. Yes, I'm gonna do all my videos like this from now. Come through, witchy. Yes, witchy poo, come through. Oh, you know what? This would make a really good video to do like the makeup, do some makeup and like really dark, dramatic eyebrows. Maybe I'll come back and do that tonight. That'll be a cute video, huh? And I don't know, goth makeup and eyebrows and all kind of stuff. Yeah, sure. Sam, no one cares about Game of Thrones anymore.
Hand of the king.
We're moving to Maleficent.
Shoot, these things just won't stay.
Come through headband. Babe, can we go back to the dollar store, the one in Pinole this weekend, so I can see if they have any different headbands?
Nope. Nope. You're grounded anyway.
No, he said 2 or 3 days.
You are grounded.
He said rest for 2 or 3 days. I'm resting.
Grounded.
I'm resting now.
You're grounded.
So by Saturday I can move around.
You're grounded. Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Um,
Maleficent. Not Maleficent. Come through headband. This is
Bye,
super
y'all.
cute. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that buffering thing, Phyllis. Yeah, that would be bye. Bye.
That's not. That don't even look like much. That look like just.
No, this is how she look.
Her
Ain't it?
horns are no,
Her horns are bigger.
and they're spread more.
This came from the dollar store. Just roll with the fantasy, okay?
I can tell.
You are so mean. That's why you got a spot on your shirt. Trying to mess up my whole Maleficent thing. I'm gonna come back tonight and do the makeup, do my eyebrows, and do like. Do I have contour? I don't think so. But I can make it up though. You know, I can pretend like. For real, okay? We need Maleficent in color. Even though I do like Angelina Jolie in that role, though, I like her as Maleficent. But there are, is it any Wayne in there? Is we in there at all? I don't think so. I don't. We wasn't the fairies or nothing. Ain't no brown fairies, huh? That's racist. And I know good and well ain't no brown fairies, but it's okay. I did. You know, I really did not think that I was gonna like that movie, but I did. I did like it. Come through, Maleficent. This should have been my thumbnail. Don't I look majestic? I'm gonna be wearing this all the time now. Y'all gonna get sick of this headband. Come through, headband. Y'all know I gotta post this on Instagram. Come through, headband. I really like this. They have some other headbands at the dollar store has really been stepping up their costume and Halloween section. They had some really cute stuff. So I'm gonna have to go back to the one in Pinole. They usually have some good stuff too. The wind blowing, y'all. Like my plants is just moving. So I'm gonna go back this weekend and get some more stuff. I already got this weekend planned out. So come hell or high water, bronchitis or whatever, I'm gonna take bronchitis with me, and we going to the plant store, and we going to the dollar store. I don't care if I have to put bronchitis in my backpack. We leaving this house. I can't be staying in this house cooped up with no damn bronchitis. I'm not about that life. So if I have to put bronchitis in this backpack, that's just what I'm gonna do. You ain't gonna be holding me down. It's giving you Capricorn vibe. I am. I am. If I'm not feeling good, I ain't going nowhere. If I'm tired or coughing or whatever, I ain't leaving the house because the doctor then already told me yesterday. I had a really good doctor in the ER, but he was like, okay, Miss Brown, I'm giving you this antibiotic, but I need you to go home and rest. He said because bronchitis can turn into pneumonia real quick. You could take a nice turn for the worse real fast. He said so get a lot of rest, drink a lot of fluids, don't overexert yourself. So he was like, no exercise for at least 3 days, nothing. He said, I just want you to stay home and find some on Netflix. He was a little young doctor. He was like, find some on Netflix, watch TV, rest, drink fluids. If you feel bad, you start to feel worse, come back in and let us check you. Your lungs look good now. But he did. He did warn me and say, bronchitis can turn into pneumonia. They best friends. But you're not going to be jumping on me. And I had pneumonia. So I'm going to rest. I'm about to go and get in my bed and put my feet up right now and just chillax. This is the most movement that I plan on doing today. I'm not doing anything. Like cleaning and all that. I ain't doing nothing. This house can stay how it is for 2 days, 3 days. And I'm so glad that I have the type of husband that's not gonna come home and be like, you ain't wash them dishes. So yeah, I'm a rest. Luckily, I already had one inhaler, so I had been using it. So it don't really hurt when I breathe, but it just like my breath just don't feel like when I'm going up and down the stairs and stuff, my breath just don't feel like it normally feels. And it feels like, it feels like something is sitting on my breastbone. Like it just don't feel normal because they say that is inflamed. It's kind of swollen or whatever, and that's what it feels like. So I've been putting my heating pad like across here and keeping that area warm because that's where it's at. Like right in between your breasts, like right in that little section right there is where it feels just not comfortable. Yeah. So I am being very careful. I know that, this is, you don't want to play with anything when it comes to your breathing or anything like that. And I already have, chronic asthma. So I am, I'm not letting uh, these two, these two right here, they not getting too far out of my sight. QVAR and albuterol. Everywhere I go in the house, they stuck to me like glue. I put them right next to my cell phone. So everywhere I go, I got them. No, they don't want me to take anything else because my blood pressure was slightly um, elevated. So I can't take like any cough syrup or anything like that. But I don't have a lot of mucus, which is great. A good sign also. There's no mucus. So they my best friend. My bestest friends right now is QVAR and albuterol. All right, y'all. We've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to go let Gizmo use the bathroom. And Gizmo, you gotta go pee? You ready to go pee? Come here. Say goodbye. And you done showed out. Daddy gone now. You gonna be my best friend? Come say goodbye to everybody. Say bye. Say bye, y'all. I'm about to go pee. And I'm gonna get in my bed and I'm gonna take me a good nap. It's nap time. It's nap time for the gizmo. Yeah, he gonna go outside and pee. And then you gonna go take a nap, okay? You ready to take a nap? Huh? You ready to take a nap? It's nap time. It's nap time. You have to go outside and pee. Then you go take a nap. Ooh, your breath. Ooh, your breath musty. Your breath musty. You smell like a puppy. You got puppy breath. You got puppy breath. You don't have doggy breath. You have puppy breath. You need some of those. What are they? The little dog biscuits, the ones that's green and clean their teeth and supposed to give their breath like a minty kind of smell. I forgot what those little things are called. But every now and then I'll give him those and it makes his breath smell a little bit better because he smells like a dog. Okay, but he's a dog. He smell like, who was that, Gizmo? Now I gotta go look outside and make sure there ain't nobody out there before I let him out. He smells like what he is. He smells like a dog. Okay, I'm finna go. I love you guys, and maybe I will come back later on if if I feel like it. If I don't, I won't, and you guys will see me tomorrow. I'm probably gonna take a picture and post it on Instagram. Okay, I love you. I love you. Bye.